by several $1,000s, and you might be close.
Wow. Yeah. So, Jan,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I wish, and I love Cerrillos. I mean, I love it in the history of it.
Thank you, Jan. What a great question. And that's why we always invite for phone calls and callers. We really appreciate that because we're always learning together as we enjoy this beautiful jewelry. Thank you, Jen, for your phone call. Here is the matching ring, or this beautiful ring that we have available for you. Also, Azure Peaks turquoise on this marquise-shaped ring. Look at that open work design on that. I gotta say, this is probably one of the most flattering, elongating rings I've ever seen. Sizes 5 through 12, all genuine, handcrafted, hand-cut stones here. Natural color, Jay. $20 off.
Well, this is Azure Peaks here again. And this is hand selected. We select it by color. This is all created from, because we had so many viewers that that wanted, pieces, solid pieces out of the natural rough. So I will tell you this right now, okay? When you take a piece like this, you have to understand this is where I start, okay? I start here. Now, this isn't that particular turquoise, but this is where I start. So literally just looking at this rough material, to cut cabochons that are in that ring, I might get 3.
Right.
3.
Think about it. Sure.
Out of this size of a nugget.
Yeah.
If I really watch it and I don't have anything, and this is really good, very clean material, but you can see, how blue it is and how clean it is inside. But after I cut that, after I trim it and cut it, all of that's going to be waste. So it's going to take that much turquoise to maybe make 3 of those cabochons.
And Jay, that's why marquise cut gemstones in general, period, are so much more expensive, right?
Well, exactly.
There's so much waste.
There's so much waste, and the yield is, out of this. So if you think about it, you're probably going to get, if you're lucky and your lapidarius is good and he's getting, because nothing's flat. It's not like flat. You're cutting, and every different nugget is different. So the yield's probably less than 5%. You're lucky if you get that. So that's what makes everything so unique and so different. Every one of these, if you looked at these rings, and here again, these are brand new. This is Azure Peaks. It comes with this beautiful caramel matrix to it. Nice, kind of like a tealy blue to high blue. As far as I know, I don't know of any, I've never seen anybody else that has this, okay? I'm not saying we have an exclusive because we only take, we only take pick. We hand pick it. We have somebody that actually goes, when they're mining and when they're opening up, that he goes every couple of weeks and hand selects, goes through all the rough material for us and hand selects all the rough. I've been to the mine. I've actually seen the mine, but I can't. There's no way that I could hang around. And I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, and actually go out there. You have to have somebody that knows the material, that actually acts as your agent and hand selects the material.
And it's a really beautiful, very modern design. I love the open work feel of it with that sterling silver, because you almost don't